is going on, guys? Welcome to Virtual Redban number 630, Apple VR update. Yes, we have just another news leak of the upcoming, supposedly unannounced Apple VR headset. We also have some news from Valve, which is, the Valve Index, which is my favorite headset still after almost 4 years. We'll get all that in a second. Guys, happy Tuesday. I am having my first drink of the night. Look at that little Death Squad mug there. This is a quality ass mug. And if you want to get any of the Death Squad merchandise, including t-shirts, hats, mugs, you know where to go. You go to the original deathsquad.tv. There, not only can you click on Shop Squad at the very top to get your merchandise, that will head over to shopsquad.tv, where you can get all that fun stuff. But you also have every single episode of Kill Tony since the beginning, since the Hinchcliffe notes. And if you didn't watch this week, I'm not going to give it away, but you probably already know. But if you don't want any spoilers, you should not read the comments. You should just watch it. It is with Kevin Ryan and H. Foley of one of my favorite podcasts, the Are You Garbage podcast, and Giannis Pappas, which I can't believe he's never been on the show before. If you don't know Giannis, he is one of the funniest motherfuckers. He is so great. But that's Kill Tony 605. You can find it right now. You go to youtube.com/KillTony. Also, big announcement today. Kill Tony has, yes, that's right, the wait is over. They have Kill Tony has opened up their own merch store, Kill Merch. I am no longer doing the merch for Kill Tony. They just want to launch a bunch of stuff, and Shop Squad. The merchandise I make over at Shop Squad is very, it's small. We make only a certain amount of items. It's us shipping it out, so it's a little bit different. This is a legit merch store. And they put a lot of time in it. So check that out if you want. But it's at Kill Tony 605, and it's killmerch.com. It opened today. So I think they have I guess we could just take a look at it. They have Kill Merch. Kill Merch. Kill Merch. Kill Merch. .com? Why am I having a problem? There you go. Kill Merch. And wow, they could have picked a better picture on that. Look at that bowling ball of a head I have right there. Jesus Christ. Doesn't that look like a fake picture? What? That's not what I look like. Does that... I mean... What? Holy cow. That must have been some sodium in my body. That does not look like me at all. Sometimes I think they Photoshopped the photos of me just to, I don't know. That's insane. I've never seen that photo before. That's pretty fucking crazy photo. Anyways, there you got the merch. Kill Tony. You got books, bandanas, hats, posters, and stickers. This one's kind of interesting. This one's like a NASCAR, where they have all the stickers on it. I wonder if they got permission to use all those logos. Not my problem. I like the Kill Tony hoodie. That's cool. Anyways, that's killmerch.com. It is now open. So there you go if you've been wanting that. And check out the latest episode of Kill Tony number 605. And I've been hearing a lot of people talking about the audio of that episode. You and me both, guys. So I'm trying to tell you, it does get better. This episode was a little weird because we had so many microphones. We had just watch the episode and count how many mics you have. And the audience mic, there was a problem with the audience mic. We have audience mic, it's recorded, but there was an issue that week, which sucks. It's out of my control when it comes to that audience mic. It's done in-house. And there was a couple other issues we don't want to get into, but yeah, it is, we know, just, we hear you, and it gets better, we promise. that was just one of those fluke episodes because of how many microphones and some shit went down. See, I used to be different. Um, about 6 months ago or so. See, I used to record everything myself. I would mix it on stage. I would do all the mixing, like, oh, turn up that person's mic, okay. Turn down mic, okay. And I edited 8 tracks so I could go back and turn up people's volumes and lower people's volumes. And, I had a lot of control. Now the whole thing it's so complicated now. It gets fed into the house mixer board of the place. We did this at Vulcan also at near the end. And then it gets sent back to me. So it's like whatever they send back to me is what I have, which kind of sucks. But, these are professionals. And it's, when things like this happens, I'm like, I have no power. All my power is gone. I used to be able to blame me, but now I can only do I can only do so much. I have only what I work with. But just so you know, we have a couple episodes in the bank, and those episodes, from my understanding, are all the audio should be perfect. There should be crowd mics. There should be no one's mic not working for some reason halfway through the show, and it should be a lot better next week. So I have a computer next to me right now, and I've been working on it a little bit of next week's, and everything seems fine. But I'm very early on. I just started today going through it all. So there you go. Anyways, if you want to go to deathsquad.tv, there you go. There you can find everything you need when it comes to merch and shows. And you could also click on tour dates. This Thursday is the big 420 show. That's not the thing I wanted. I wanted it to be like, anyways, that's the wrong button. At the Vulcan Gas Company, yes, the secret show is still at the Vulcan Gas Company. We have, I think, 4 shows left at the Vulcan Gas Company. This is the 420 show. It should be a lot of fun. 420 shows are always a little bit crazier. We got some people from out of town that are going to be on the show. You can get your tickets at vulcanatx.com. That's Thursday, 8 o'clock. Or, of course, you can just go to Death Squad, and at the very top, you can click on tour dates. Now, Brian, you're saying, why? Why is Secret Show only going to be there for 4 more weeks? Well, that's because I'm being nice. I'm a nice boy. Being nice to Vulcan. Because, see, in actuality, I own my own club now. I own a club right down the street from Vulcan, right next door to Joe Rogan's new club, and that's, of course, the Sunset Strip Comedy Club. Yay! And if you go to sunsetstripatx.com, you can see all the shows that we have. We're adding shows every single day. It is a really cool little venue. It used to be a very popular, well-known music venue in Austin, and they bought a brand new sound system. They brought a brand new lighting system, and then they got evicted, and so we got all those new equipment. So it's pretty fucking sweet. So it sounds great. It's overkill for comedy, how good the sound system is and everything like that. But we are adding shows all the time, and Secret Show will be starting there the 18th of next month. We'll be doing the Secret Show at my own club. It is weird. I tell you right now, it is weird doing shows against yourself. Right now, I'm doing a show against myself. Like on 420, they have Mike Eaton's 420 show. But I tell you what, there is one show I really love, and my good friend George Perez. You know George. You might have heard him a million times on Joey Diaz's podcast, JRE. He's an old friend of mine, and he, of course, what other show can we get him to do but Cinco de Mayo? He is doing Cinco de Mayo. That's May 5th. Future Nobody made this poster, I believe. He's bringing Edwin San Juan. But he's doing it May 5th. So check it out. celebrate Cinco de Mayo with a legit, real one um, over at the Sunset Strip. Come if you haven't been there yet. Come check it out. We also have tons of open mics. I believe Sundays and Mondays is our open mic nights. One thing that is very important for comedy clubs is to have a good open mic community. It helps not only the comedy community, but it also helps your club if you help build a comic. You know, those comics are loyal. So we are a firm believer of the open mics, and we try to have a lot of open mics at our club. And we also have a lot of smaller shows, one-offs, if somebody's in town and just wants to do a show. And we also have live music. We have live music April 19th. Ruby Dice is doing a free show. So if you want to come out and see a free show, Ruby, a local musician, is going to be doing that. But check it out. That's Sunset Strip ATX. It's a brand new club. It's not even, it's only a week old. And yeah, if you're a pervert, our next show, which is Wednesday, it's tomorrow, we have the Austin Queens of Comedy. So if you want to just be a total perv and check out all the ladies, yes, there you go. And that's Sunset Strip ATX. All these links and everything, of course, can be found at deathsquad.tv, tour dates, Shop Squad, past episodes, the YouTube channels for Kill Tony and Redban, everything right there, deathsquad.tv. That opening took longer than I would like, but you know, I got to explain the club a little. And also, there's my P.O. box and my email address. Cheers. Yeah. I'm kind of a mess tonight, guys. I'm not going to lie. Kind of a mess. I'm not going to go too deep into this like I did last week. You might have remembered if you didn't catch last Tuesday's episode of Virtual Redban. I went into a very in detail rant about my dentist surgery / deep cleaning thing that I had to do last week. It was a nightmare. It was the most pain I ever had. It was like a 30-minute story that I went into. And the worst part about the whole thing is that it was only part one of two. Pretty much, I was getting a deep cleaning on my right side last week, all my right teeth. A deep cleaning is where they pretty much, the dumb way to say it is they take your gum and stretch it away from your teeth and like dig inside your gums. And it's really painful. You get like a shitload of shots, like shots on the roof of your mouth. You should not have needles going to the roof of your, and through the roof of your mouth. It's some of the most pain I ever had in my life. And I also talked about how, you know, a lot of the numbers and things that they use, like Novocaine, doesn't really work on me. They have to overdo the Novocaine because my body's just does not work with Novocaine. Novocaine is just like, doesn't do anything. And then I talked about how I had to go to this special dentist because of that problem. And they were a dentist that uses nitrous oxide. And, you know, your whole life you hear nitrous oxide. I used to do it in college, you know. And nitrous does not work on me. They put it on full blast, which I found out today is 60% nitrous and 40% air or oxygen. And you would think 60% would be a pretty good ratio. But no, it doesn't work on me. It feels no difference. There was parts where they put it in and they were like, okay, you're just getting oxygen right now. And I'm like, okay. And then like 10 minutes later, they turn on the nitrous and I go, are you going to turn on the nitrous anytime soon? And they were like, oh, it's been on for 10 minutes. And like, that's how much it doesn't work. I zero from the nitrous for some reason. So anyways, today was part 2. I had to wake up again at 6 in the morning, got there at 7. And this time it was on my left side, which in my head, the left side seems like it would hurt more. I'm right-handed. I just feel like my right side of my body is more powerful. You know, it's stronger, and you know, my left side's the weak bitch side. You know, I think that's just, being a right-handed guy. Well, the left hand or the left side was today. Nitrous again did not work. I thought maybe they had a bad tank last time. Maybe this time it was just going to magically work. Nope. Uh, this time, the shots, for some reason, it wasn't as bad this time. The shots still were the same amount of shots, still in the same places. But I think because I tried to really meditate this time, they hurt like shit. Don't get me wrong, they fucking hurt like shit. But it wasn't nearly as bad as my right side, which was interesting. The left side, the cleaning, everything went okay, except that halfway through they kept on hitting nerves. Which, if you don't know what that feels like, it feels like somebody taking a needle and shoving it into a nerve, and it's like a lightning bolt shooting up in your head. It is undescribable if you don't know how that feels like. Apparently, a recent study showed that marijuana users needed at least 50% more anesthesia. Well, there we go. I'm fucked. That's exactly what it is, I bet. So halfway through everything, they had to give me a second round of shots. The doctor came back in and did all the shots. Luckily, it didn't hurt as much the second time because I'm 90% numb. But then they gave me shots all around again. Still, they kept on hitting nerves, and the left side, there was a part on about up here somewhere in the middle. Anytime they got close to it, it was just lightning bolts into my skull, and it really fucking sucked. But overall, not as bad as last time for some reason. I don't know why. I think maybe I knew what to expect more. I don't know. I don't know why. So I finished it today. No more. I don't have to do that anymore. I have to go back in 2 months just so they can take a look at everything to make sure everything is fine. And hopefully, I'm not a flosser. That's one thing my whole life. I brush. I'm actually obsessed with mouthwash. I'm one of those guys that always has Listerine strips and sprays, and I love mouthwash. I can mouthwash all day. But flossing is something I never got into. I think I just don't know why. I just never was a flosser. So having to make myself floss more is going to be very rough. I don't know about you guys. I hate flossing. I don't even know why. It's not that bad. It just seems like I think it's more of like I get, I just brushed and I just mouthwashed and now I have to spend like an extra 5 minutes flossing. It's just, I don't, they need to make it easier or something, but I got to do it because I don't want to get tortured anymore. So I'm making myself floss more. So I flossed twice already today. Floss sticks. I asked my dentist about floss sticks today, and they said that they're okay, but they're very dangerous. You could really do some damage, is what they said with those floss sticks if you use them too hard or something. I don't know. And I asked about water picks because that's the one thing I used. Instead of flossing, it was water picks. Water picks are easier. I like using water picks, and they said no, that doesn't really work that great. So they gave me these things. I wish I had them upstairs, which is like this new flossing thing. It almost looks like a little brush that I don't even know what it looks. You probably know what I'm talking about. Anyways, so dentist wasn't as bad. I mean, it was 9 out of 10 pain, where last time it was 11 out of 10 pain. But I'm just glad it's over. But again, this week, of course, my throat and everything is a little fucked up. My stomach actually is fucked up this time around. And I think it was just my nerves. I think my stomach might be, like my stomach's sore, like I just ate a bunch of spicy food. And I didn't. And so I think it's from nerves, just from tightening my stomach when getting those shots. I think the feeling I have in my stomach is just from me stressing the fuck out today. But there's your dental update too. Not as bad. Fucking floss, everybody. All right. Oh shit. Stephen Austin, thanks for the tip. $10. Please let us have DJ Chris for Buffer Music MC Chris for buffer music tonight. Um, uh, I mean, I don't do the, I don't do the, I don't do I don't do the 5 minute warning anymore or whatever. I don't play the videos. Maybe I could throw it in somewhere. But thanks for the tip, Stephen. Thank you very much. Yonder, my stomach is sore from too much food. Yeah, you had the Taco Casa today. They retweeted or Instagram. They IG'd your IG today because I tagged them in it. But Yonder also says, "Yeah, boy is a flosser. You're a flosser, Yonder. Gotta get those little things and send them by your computer." I mean, I do have toothpicks by my computer. I guess those aren't the same and stuff like that. Stephen Austin, again, another $10 tip. Thanks, Stephen. My dentist told me water pick isn't that great either, but it works pretty good. Anyways, I mean, I almost think if you just use a water pick every day, that's good enough. I mean, I fucking hate flossing. I hate it. You know what? I'm gonna do a little poll right now because I wonder if I'm not the only one. How do we do this again? I did it last time. It was fun. It was fun. It was a fun. It was a fun thing. Oh, I know how to do it. Let's do a little poll. Do you floss every day? Yes. No. A few times a week. A week. Never. All right. There's a little poll for you YouTubers out there. Do you floss every day? Yes, no, a few times a week? Never. We'll take a look at that in a second. All right, let's go into this news, guys, because I am excited to look at this news because I like, if you don't know, if you're new here, please subscribe, hit that like button, hit that notification bell. Because if you don't know, I don't usually read the news until I read it live with you guys. So this is all news to me. Haha. Well, all right, let's take a look at this. This is from Engadget today. Latest Apple headset, rumors say it'll include VR workouts and sports. The company has allegedly been working with a small number of developers in advance of a June reveal. Now, workouts and sports, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. Apple is reportedly readying a wide array of apps and services for its upcoming headset. And it plans to announce it at the conference in June. The Apple headset, rumored to be named Reality One or Reality Pro, can allegedly switch between VR and AR. It'll focus heavily on gaming, fitness, sports, and collaboration tools. Customers who buy the device can use millions of existing apps in the headset's 3D interface with slight modifications from developers. Additionally, Apple has reportedly been working with a small number of developers for months to optimize apps for the new product. Announcing the device months before its launch should also give other developers time to create new apps or adapt the existing one. So what they're saying right here is they might announce it in June, but it's not going to go on sale till October. So give, or something like that. So it'll give, people a chance to, tweak their apps to make it work. Although many of the product's details have leaked before, a new morsel in this report is the ability to run Apple Fitness Plus workouts in VR. I don't think, again, I've said this before, but putting on a VR helmet while working out, imagine being on the elliptical with a VR helmet on. You're already sweating your ass off. Do you want to wear a fucking thing on your head? I don't think so. I think they need to chill on the workout shit. But imagine, a virtual workout where you feel in the same space as the instructor. So, those people that get on those bikes, what are those bikes called? Where you have your little trainer. I see something with that. Also, it's going to be allegedly support immersive sports viewing, shit like, Major League Soccer, baseball, as well as its 2020 purchase of VR sports startup NextVR. Likewise, the Apple TV app will let you watch videos in virtual environments like a desert or sky. So yeah, we've seen this already. The report says it will be productivity focused, similar to the MetaQuest Pro. This platform will support its pages, word processing, numbers, keynotes, so you can pretty much do shit, as well as iMovie and GarageBand for video and music production. And that's cool. Imagine like putting on your little helmet and working together with your friends to make a music song. You guys want to play a music song in VR? It will also prioritize communication and remote collaboration using users to see full body. See that? Full body instead of legless people like Meta. They're talking within FaceTime calls. Gaming will be a primary focus. However, that wasn't always the case, as today's report says that Apple previously wasn't putting as much attention into that space. It also says that it reiterates earlier reporting that the headset, including a digital crown like the Apple Watch and the AirPod Max headphones, will let you switch between VR and AR. So meaning, you could switch between full VR where you're like in somewhere else, and AR where you're looking through cameras at your living room. It will also support running multiple apps simultaneously, floating with the mixed reality interface. It could also remember where you were in a physical environment, leaving virtual elements in the same space you left them. The headset will also let you control it with eye gestures that determine what you're looking at, and hand gestures like finger pinches to pinch and zoom and navigate different things. In addition, you will have an in-air virtual keyboard, so you can type in VR with a fake keyboard like a crazy person. Its home screen says to be similar to the iPads, with Apple's familiar control center for toggling things like Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and volume. Finally, we'll also support Siri. You're going to have Siri inside VR, acting as the device's equivalent to Face ID and Touch ID. So it's going to do eye scans for security for that. It's supposedly going to cost something around $3,000, which seems about right for Apple. And supposedly what it's meant earlier when it says it can use existing apps is that it's like going to be able to use the same iOS apps. So like you're going to be like an iPad app. Like, so if you can use Instagram in it, you can use Snapchat in it, and you're just going to be like pretty much looking at it in AR or something, So very exciting. Again, this is supposedly going to be announced in June, is what the most recent news is about it. And, that's pretty cool to hear that it's going to be using a lot of older apps. It's also cool to, read about the full body avatars, being able to FaceTime using it and stuff. I know it's not much, guys, but, this is going to be a big deal when it finally comes out. This is going to be a big deal. This is going to either make it or break it when it comes to VR's future, I think. I think if this is successful, this is going to pretty much snowball the whole industry. So like it does with Apple does with everything. So there you go. Let's go back to the poll. It looks like right now, floss every day is at 17%. No, you don't floss at all is at 29%. A few times a week is at 35%. And never. It's 19. So I feel like I'm not alone there. There we go. We're going to end that poll right now. That's the numbers I like. Oh, shit. Stephen Austin, another tippy poo, $10. Thank you again, Stephen Austin. Put MC Chris at the front of the intro to the VR. Oh, for part 2? All right. You know what, Stephen? I'll do that. Yeah, I think I have it still here. Yep. All right. I'll do that for you. Thanks, Stephen. All right, let me just take a little sip here. What do you guys think about this whole Apple headset? Yonder, I chose a few times a week because every time I eat wings wasn't an option. See, but that's what I use toothpicks for, and I feel like, while I never was a flosser. I feel like toothpicks. I use toothpicks more than you always see me doing a toothpick on here. I'm a big toothpick boy. And then we just got a toothpick sponsor in the last episode of one that I use, Zippix. These are now a sponsor of Kill Tony. Isn't that cool? Um, Tartar buildup is bad for your heart. Your dental is bad for everything. Your mouth pretty much can kill you. It's connected to your brain. It's pretty amazing. Like, if you don't take care of your teeth, it could lead to you just dying because it's so connected to everything. Your mouth health is really important. And I admit it. Throughout the years, I've been slacking on that just because of the whole, Novocaine not working on me. And every time I go to a dentist, it's like being tortured type thing. It's kind of scares you, but whatever. The real life hack is buying one of those dental picks from Amazon, the metal surgical ones. Yeah, Janice has a whole kit of those, and you're right. That is kind of a hack. That's kind of cool, actually. Yeah. All right, let's go on to something else that I wanted to talk about. Let's see if I can find it. Where the fuck is it? Here. This is something very close to my heart. As you guys know from watching Virtual Redban, I pretty much buy every single new headset that comes out, and I mean the Varo Aero is a $2,000 headset. The Meta Pro I bought for $1,500. I have every single headset, and I always end up going back to the Valve Index, which this fucking headset is over 3 years old, almost 4 years old, and it's still, by many people, it still is considered the best one just because it works, it feels good, it's comfortable, it's good speakers, good microphone. It just fucking it was done well. And Valve hasn't come out or announced a new headset, or there's barely been any news about it for a while. Well, there is some news, and that's because today there was an interview that confirms its VR ambitions are alive and kicking. Yes. If you've been plugged into the Valve Leagueverse, you've probably come across the name Deckard, the supposed code of a standalone headset allegedly underdeveloped by the one and only Valve. While Valve isn't confirming anything about the standalone, the company went on record late last year to say they still have faith in VR and critically still working on VR headsets. Well, Valve product designer Greg Coomer spoke to a Korean gaming publication, This Is Game, in December, saying that the VR is still very much still in the works. The interview wasn't widely shared in English-speaking side of the internet until it landed on Reddit, Google translated to English. Here's Coomer's response to the question about what he can reveal in regard to VR. There isn't much laughter. Nevertheless, I can definitely say that we are continuing to develop VR headsets recently. Valve has a lot of expertise, and I don't know why that word sounded weird, and VR devices, and has faith in the medium and VR games. We hope to remain open on PC platforms rather than having VR games exclusively on a certain platform. While adhering to this belief, we are continuing development. However, we cannot confirm the existence of a specific products or disclose the release date of the results. The same applies to game projects being developed internally. There are certainly many projects underway, but we cannot announce anything today. So there you go. That's pretty much it. Yeah. Yeah, here's something else. Still, it hasn't been entirely all quiet on the Valve VR front. In March 2022, Valve chief Gabe Newell called its handheld gaming PC platform Steam Deck a stepping stone to standalone VR hardware. Interesting. One of the things the Steam Deck represents is a battery capable high end performance horsepower that eventually can use in VR applications as well. You can take the PC and build something that is much more transportable. We're not really there yet, but it's a stepping stone. So, yeah, that's not a huge bit of news, but it is something. At least we know that Valve is working on VR still, and it probably is going to be a standalone, which I don't know if I actually like or not. I'd rather them just give us a Valve Index point 0.2 or point 0.5 or what's the iPhone thing? You just give me an S, iPhone Valve Index S. I would like to just have, little updates, maybe just tiny updates on the regular one. Can they do that? Can they just put like a little bit better screen on there? That's all we need. A little bit better screen. That's it. How about we do that? Seems pretty easy. They should do that. So there you go. That's our big Valve update. Okay. I'm going to smoke some green tea. What about you guys? You guys going to join me for a little green tea? A little green tea? Going off camera. There we go. Yeah, I mean, if they can do the wireless thing right, then I'm totally for it. But the Valve Index is such a good headset that and it's showing its age. And the reason it's showing its age mostly is just because of the display, you know. If we could just get a better display put in there, that seems like a no-brainer. That seems like something easy. They could just take out this display, put in like a nice, really high-quality display, charge $300 more. It doesn't have to be a redesign, is what I'm saying. I think they could get away with just doing like not a full update, like a new headset, but literally just changing something really small and, you know, calling it like the Valve Plus Index and at least buy time. Like if they're working on a new headset, it's probably pretty easy to put a new headset in a new display in a headset. Maybe they could add something else. I don't know what. Everything else is great. Maybe new straps, or maybe, because there is like little things that break all the time on it. Maybe, but it seems like they could do that and at least kill an extra couple years until they're ready to release anything different. Oh my God. Green tea. Whew. I might buy a few call options for Apple late May. Them releasing the news officially will give the stock a bump leading up to the event. Yeah. Yeah. The thing though, I guess you really have to wait till Apple's down on price a little, but there's some stocks like Apple that I'll keep my eye on and they don't really move too much. You know what I mean? Like Tesla's a fun stock, I think, to invest in because, just a couple months ago, it was down to like, I don't know what it was, like 130. And then literally like a week later, it goes right up to like 200. See, that's a fun stock. But it seems like stocks like Apple and, a few others, they have their little ups and downs, but it's nothing that drastic where it's like, and then they usually just kind of stay around the same area. It's like, for fun, I bought Ford some Ford stock a while ago. And it was only because my family, my grandfather was like the president of Ford Tractor, and Ford has just been like a family thing growing up. And I don't care about Ford at all, but you grow up a Ford family, you might as well throw some money at the stock. And literally, it does. One day it's $14. One day it's $15. One day it's $14, and it's literally, it's like, it's just boring, you know. But like Tesla, I bought stock in Tesla a while ago, but then when they went down to like 130 a couple months ago, I bought a lot of it. And literally in like 2 weeks, I made like $10,000. It was like ridiculous. Like that's fun stock, you know. But yes. All right, let's move on. How are we looking at time? Okay, we could do a couple more. Nothing exciting, guys. Nothing that exciting. So, VR Star Wars game looks absolutely incredible. What is this? Motion controlled lightsabers and force powered gestures are what VR was invented for. Star Wars Jedi Knight 2 Jedi Outcast was first released in 2022. You know what? We already talked about this. Let's just watch the trailer. I feel like we've already talked about this before. Sorry, I'm breathing weird or talking weird. Whatever. Here we go. Here's the trailer. This is Jedi 2 Night VR release trailer. I don't know if we've seen this or not.
I was wrong about you, Catan. Your failure as a Jedi hasn't weakened you. It's only made you stronger.
I mean, yeah, this looks perfect for VR. And I like the bodies. Like this is more death than I've ever seen in a Star Wars before. This can't be official, I'm guessing. No, this is definitely some kind of mod, because they would never show like meat, even though it's not like blood. It's like cutting people's heads off and shit. And there's like little meat in there. This looks cool too. Yeah, look at that. They're showing little. It looks like lava. It doesn't even look like meat. It just looks like they got lava inside them. Ooh, that's cool. Yeah, I've never seen people die in Star Wars before. I mean, I guess this isn't a new game, right? This is an older game, but I guess not like gruesome-y. This looks fun for VR for sure. The graphics are pretty lame. There you go, guys. It's a mod. Yeah. It's the Jedi Knight Outcast game for Xbox One.
I'm just a guy with the lights.
So JKXR is a VR port of Jedi Knight 2, Jedi Outcast for Quest 2 and Pico 4. The original game is needed to play. So you have to have the new game, then you download this mod.
A few questions.
And that's all. That's pretty cool. I mean, if you're a Star Wars fan, why not, right? Okay. What is there anything I want to, you know what? There's two more. Let's just do this one quick. This exoskeleton makes a VR full body experience. The exit suit is intended to enable more natural movements in VR space, virtual space, and thus particularly immersive VR experience. The exosuit is a new type of exoskeleton designed to enable more immersive VR. The sensors, let's just look at the video. What is that noise? Oh, weird. Wow, this is like it looks like a Muppet human body experiment. Have you guys ever see that human body experience? Looks like a human body experience. Wow, this is weird. They had to get a weird guy to put it on too.
You don't know how excited I am to tell
That's not
you
real.
about
He's
the
not real.
exosuit.
I mean, this looks sweet as fuck. I want to. This is Joe Rogan needs to buy one of these.
Full body force feedback.
That's not. Look, he's not real. That's a fake person.
For VR.
That's pretty sweet. I mean, this obviously is bullshit. I mean, that video, you know, that's not what he was feeling. He's just freaking out. I mean, imagine VR chat like this. This is sick. There we go.
Fly, walk, you can swim, you can be utterly weightless.
Who mixed this? Me? I love it. That's badass. I mean, I do love it. If it worked like that, I mean, one thing you gotta take in to that whole thing is that for sure that was a lot of hubba bubba, not the gum, but that was a lot of like editing tricks and like, you know, him flying and stuff. That was whatever he was doing. He was not. You know what I mean? That's not the. That's. How do I explain it? That's not real. Like that was just done for this little ad thing to kind of show what you could do. But I mean, that would be pretty sweet. I like it. Let's see if there's anything more about it. The manufacturer points out the exoskeleton is inexpensive to produce and easy to assemble. However, the exosuit is still in development and not yet available for purchase, nor is there a price yet known. The sensors and the actuators capture motion data and transmit it to the VR headset. No fucking shit. Duh. I do like it. The system consists of several parts, including a vest and arm and leg cuffs connected by sensors and shit. Yeah, it's pretty much that's somebody that made a really cool video, and we'll see if that ever comes out. I mean, I like the look of it. It looks very badass. Like just looking at what it looks like is cool. So that's why I kind of think it's one of those things that we'll never see, or we'll see like a weird version of it later, or who knows. I'm for it. All right, let's go to this last news story, guys, and then we'll take our little break and then go into virtual reality. I don't even know what this is, but you know what? I always like to watch new trailers of VR games. Hey. God. Firmament. Firmament. Why do you gotta have dumb names? It's like when people like we all have that friend that is like his like Instagram is Jeff Toddy 247 lots love. It's just like, why? What are you doing then? You're a comedian and people are trying to find your Twitter. Like William Montgomery is a good example. His Twitter, I still don't know what it is. It's like WM WB? Is it Billiam? 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 If I just type in William in my friends list, it doesn't come up. Like, nope. WM. This is the dumbest shit ever. This is the dumbest shit ever. Like, whatever Williams said, I can't even remember. Wait, W. Monter. Anyways, like with names like that, it's just fucking stupid. You know what I mean? What is it? Anyone know in the chat room? No one even knows what there it is. WMINT. Why didn't it didn't even come up? WMIN. It's still WMINT. Montgomery. Oh my God, I want to show you guys something. All right, I am following Windows. I am following William. I've followed William all like forever. Now look, W doesn't come up. WM doesn't come up. All right, I nothing yet. N I'm not even following any of these people anymore. I'm following this guy and it's still not coming up. Wait, am I doing this right? WMI. I'm like looking at. I'm trying to find Yonder. Where the fuck did you go, Yonder? WMINT. So WMINT. Still not coming up. G. There he is. Following. Isn't that stupid? What is this? Anyways, when I hear of like names like Ferment, this isn't a normal Ferment. This isn't a name. What you just don't want people to know, like talk about it. Oh, you know that I played this game last night. What's the name of it? Fuck, I don't know. It's like something weird, like Formant. Maybe I'm saying it wrong. Ferment reaches PC VR this May. PSVR 2 version arriving later. Yeah, and William's Twitter, like me doing that shit. You know how many times I've been like trying to tag him in something, and it literally takes me 10 minutes. Like, why are you making this so hard to find you? You're a comedian. I don't think he uses Twitter much anymore. Anyways, 5 years after its original announcement, the developers have missed. Oh shit! They're still around? Is this a missed game? Wow, now I don't care. You can call yourself whatever you want. They announced that Firmament will reach PC VR on May 18th. Revealed back in 2018 with a Kickstarter campaign arriving soon after, Firmament is the latest adventure from Cyan. God, you guys all suck. Cyan, whose previous efforts include 2020's Myst VR remake and, you just made the remake. Abduction. All right, who cares? Let's just watch the trailer. Oh, we got the trailer right here. There we go. There we go, Brian. There we go. All right, let's check this out. Just kidding. It seems okay. I just think it's weird that that game looked like a Myst game, like it's a puzzle game. And it's not even the people that make Myst. They just made Myst VR remake. So they just remade it into VR. But it's weird, like, oh yeah, we made the remake, so we know how to make puzzle games. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's weird that they stole the vibe of something that they didn't make the original, but they made the VR remake, and they're just like, oh, we'll make our own. Why are we making remakes of other things where we could just remake it? It's just, that's weird to me. You know what I mean? That's kind of sketch. I would love to know what the original Myst people, if they're behind this or not. Or, maybe I'm being stupid. But it just seems kind of fucking bullshit that you're known for making remakes of puzzle games and then you make your own puzzle game. You have a name like Fear Mammy. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should do this before we leave. I'll talk to you guys in a second in the chat. I did film a video the other day. I guess I can upload this video real quick while I'm talking to you guys, so I can give you a little tease of some content that might be coming soon. What the hell? Ooh, that would have been bad. I almost uploaded that to the Kill Tony account. Gotta not do that. Let me upload something real quick and show it to you. Like for a little tease. I should have done this earlier. I'm sorry. I should have done it earlier. But I forgot I did it because I did it late last night. And I only did it because I wanted it. Does that make sense? You're probably like, what the fuck are you talking about? No, I wanted it before I went to bed. So here, I have fast internet, so it should be uploaded by now. Let me see if I can show you guys this video I just uploaded. It's only a minute long. Should not take that long. Content. There it is. Turn down the volume real quick. Video's processing. It's a minute video, guys. You don't need to process anything. What are you? All right. While this is processing, I will talk about it. All right. As you guys know, one of my favorite things in the world is Liquid IV. They've been one of my favorite sponsors of Kill Tony, not because of anything other than if they weren't a sponsor, I would still, and I do, subscribe to like a monthly delivery system on it. I grew up being addicted to soda pops. Then I got into like all the Diet Cokes, but I used to drink soda almost every day, tons of it. I hated water most of my life. Then we got Liquid IV as a sponsor, and it changed my life because I used to drink Gatorade Zeros and everything. And then when they came around, they're pretty much like this packet that you put in, you know what, I don't need to tell you what Liquid IV is. It's a packet, you put it in water and you shake it, and now you have a delicious drink. And it's good for you, and it hydrates you twice as fast and stuff like that, and blah, blah, blah. And the best thing I like about those, because I'll just keep some in my car, I'll keep some in my pocket. If I go on a trip, I'll throw a bunch of them into my suitcase so that even though I just have like 2 free waters at a hotel in Vegas, now I have 2 really delicious drinks. Well, I came across something from Tyler Tube. I think we talked about this last time. Maybe last episode, I talked about this already. Tyler Tube on YouTube. It's his second channel. He bought this. He had a video. Oh, I showed this last episode, so I can tell you what this is. But last episode, I showed you that he has a video where he bought every single flavor of this thing called Circle, I believe, Cirkul, I think it's called. And I went through and bought hundreds and hundreds of dollars of them, and we got the box today. And I will be, I think I'm ready on my YouTube. I'm ready to just go through, like, have some quick videos where I am, I guess, grading every single flavor. And I wanted to show you the box. Now it is processing still, so to get you a better quality, I just gotta like drag on for a second. So let's take a little sip. There's salt in there too. No, there is salt. 100%. Salt in all of them. But you know, we'll get into that the more I use it. I've been using it for, I just want to get you guys a better, come on, 240p. How long do I have to wait? I just want to show you what, like, because I told you guys how much I bought, like just too much of them. I bought a shitload of them. Maybe if I close the window. Channel content. 30 minutes left for a 1 minute video? YouTube. I need something better than 240p. All right, you know, I'm gonna talk to you guys for a second. You think the lemon lime flavor comes from the same factory that makes urinal cakes? Oh, you're talking about Liquid IV, Mr. Snakes. Oh wait, no, that's a different person. Who are you talking about? My favorite flavors for Liquid IV are fruit punch is my number one. I'm a sucker for fruit punch because fruit punch growing up, you know, that was a poor man's or poor family. They would just get that huge jug that looks like a big milk, you know, jug. And I grew up on fruit punch. I love fruit punch. I love the flavor of it. But, you know, I haven't had fruit punch my whole life because it's something that, you know, when you become older, you're like, that's so much sugar. And I always thought that diet fruit punches and even like sports drinks fruit punches didn't hit the same. And Liquid IV's fruit punch, I think, is legit. That's my number one flavor. Number two flavor would probably be golden cherry. Again, not a huge cherry fan growing up, but this is a good cherry Kool-Aid. That's what it is. It has a good cherry Kool-Aid taste to it. That's my number two. And number three would be their grape, because their grape is a good grape. It's more of a Japanese grape, I think, flavor. It's maybe not 100% Japanese grape, but it's definitely in the right direction of a good grape flavor. So those are my three. I used to really like their tangerine orange, which is their, you know, they're ones that have like extra vitamins and stuff in it. But lately I've just been addicted. Pretty much fruit punch every day is all I have. So when I was watching Tyler Tube, I noticed, okay, we are now at 720. You know what? That's fine. We will do 720. All right, here's the video. Sorry about the wait. Here's the video of me. I don't know why I filmed it this way. I think because I was making this. I was originally going to put this on Instagram stories or something, but I didn't. But here's the box I got. This is my circle haul that I am slowly going to review every flavor. And I'm on flavor number 2 right now. So look for some content soon. But here it is. All right, here's my water bottle. I, of course, am a purple boy. Purple is my favorite color. Now, it's a big water bottle, and at the top has like a opening. Now, what I didn't see in this video is that there was a second part that you screw on, and because I ordered a pink top, and the cartridges go on the top of that. So now Janice, I got her this one, which is they do special edition drops, and this was a yellow one, so I got her this one. This one's a little bit smaller though. And you can see that this is the normal top right here, where the cartridges actually go in. It's so hard to do this with one hand, by the way. But see, there's a top. I tried to take that plastic off and it was not working. The cartridges screw on the top right there. Now let's just look at how many ridiculous, look at how, this is a box of just, each one of these is a cartridge. Each one of these cartridges, you can fill up one of those things like 3 or 4 times. Each one of these cartridges costs about $3 or so, $3 to $4. But they fill up one of those water bottles 4 times. So it's like, it's pretty good. The price is pretty good. And they have just shitloads of flavors. And there you go. That's the video. That's the little tease. Look for, I already filmed me reviewing my first flavor, which was fruit punch. And I will start putting these on my YouTube, I guess, or showing them here on Virtual Redban. Maybe that will be a new part of Virtual Redban. Every time I'll give you a review of a flavor, kind of like what I've been doing with this shit. So there you go. There's a little tease. Calories, 0 calories on that, I believe. I believe there's 0 calories, if I remember correctly. Yeah, 0 calories. I can actually see it in the screenshot right here on the bottom right here. It says calories right here. Calories, 0. 0 calories. And the ingredients, I had Janice look through them, and the ingredients are actually pretty legit. And they sell them at Walmart too, I guess. The cool thing about it, the one thing I like the most about it, at the top, there's a little ring. So you can go from 0 to 10. If you want water, just straight water, you can go to 0. 1 is just like, and it goes to 10. 1 being the slightest amount of taste. 10 being like, you're a crazy person, you like sugar, and you want to, it's just way too much. I've been sitting at a number 3 to 4, more of a 3, because I like my shit a little diluted. I don't like too sweet, but it's cool. You can control how sweet you want it. Sometimes you want it sweeter. Sometimes you want it more water. It's pretty cool. So far, and the 100% microplastics. And the thing is that if you go to their website, they talk about all that. I think Friday's episode, if I do a Virtual Redban Friday, if not my next one, like main one, I think I may do a whole episode about this and talk about it. Not a sponsor, but I think it's interesting because I'm always on the lookout. And I'm still going to be using Liquid IV every day, especially since I like it more for the convenience of just keeping it in your car and always having one on you. I'm not keeping this big water jug everywhere I go, So it's a little different than Liquid IV. But maybe my next episode will be all about this. We'll get more into this in the future. All right, guys, welcome to Virtual Redban. This is just part 1 of Virtual Redban. Virtual Redban's in 2 parts. This first part that you just watched is pretty much this. The second part is where we actually go into virtual reality and we play virtual reality. If you don't know what virtual reality looks like, here is something. Whoa, that's pretty much what it looks like right there. But anyways, part 2, we go into virtual reality. We fuck around. We have a bunch of friends. We all hang out. It's like, it's a very laid back show. It's something to put on the TV in the background where you're doing other shit. Maybe you're like looking at TikToks, cleaning, doing some taxes. But it's a good background show. But, once in a while you'll look over and be like, what the fuck is going on here? What are they talking about? That's what part 2 is about. But anyways, in 10 minutes, we'll be back for part 2. And I think we might show a little MC Chris on that second part at the beginning. Who knows? We'll see. But you have 10 minutes to get back here. If you're on YouTube, just refresh the page in 10 minutes. Or go to twitter.com/redban. I will be posting a link in about 5 minutes. I don't know if you guys know this or not. This is a part of the show where I actually try to talk while photoshopping at the same time. And it is hard. I am telling you right now, it is hard to Photoshop and talk at the same time. This is what I believe a lot of newscasters have to focus their powers on. Like they have to be like looking at something and just kind of going like, you know, like a car accident or something or a car chase and just kind of talk like like my brain's not working at all. Like I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm actually, my main part of my brain is actually photoshopping. So what my mouth and everything is talking about is very fucking strange to me because I can hear myself talking, but I don't know exactly where it's getting this from. And I think what it's doing, it's just like really beating around the bush. You know, it's really just it's in low power mode right now, and because I have no idea what I'm talking about, and I just finished flat image, file save as, part 2. There we go. It's finished. All right, guys, this is your 10-minute warning. Go to my Twitter to find a link for part 2 or just refresh your page in 10 minutes. I'll guys see you in 10 minutes. So grab a drink, take a piss, walk the dog. Get ready for the most hottest virtual reality content on YouTube that's live. Probably not, but here we go. Start your engines. See you in 10 minutes.